The following presentation will outline the equipment needed for communication with a Proteus X, K, or B controller via an RS232 connection. It will also include the steps for using either Hyperterminal or PuTTY software. Both are available as a free download off of the internet. You will need a laptop with the proper communication connections. The communication method to the controller is via an RS232 connection. If your laptop is equipped with a 9-pin serial port, all you'll need is a serial cable long enough to connect the laptop to the controller. Otherwise, you will need a USB to serial adapter. They come in different sizes and cable lengths. Depending on the length of the USB adapter, you may still require the serial cable. When connecting the serial cable to a Proteus X, it will be connected to the RS232DB9 connector on the bottom of the unit. When connecting the serial cable to a Proteus K, it will be connected to the RS232DB9 connector on the left side of the unit. When connecting the serial cable to a Proteus P, it will be connected to the RS232DB9 connector on the left side of the unit. It's a good idea to check and see if the USB adapter is being recognized by the laptop. This is done by opening Device Manager and expanding the ports section. If it is not there, it may be listed under other devices, meaning it probably needs a driver update. When using Hyperterminal, the program will open and prompt you to create a new connection. Enter a name that will help you remember the settings that will be saved. An example: COM2. Then press the OK button. A Connect to window will open. Use the drop-down Connect Using to select the COM port of your USB adapter. Then press the OK button. The COM properties will open to the Port Settings tab. Ensure the baud rate, data bits, parity, and stop bits are all set correctly. You must change flow control to none. Press Apply and then the OK buttons. The communications window will open and automatically connect if everything is wired correctly. As there are some other settings that need to be changed, press on the disconnect button at the top of the screen, illustrated by a telephone with the receiver raised. In the communications window, click on the File drop-down menu and select Properties. When the Properties window opens, switch to the Settings tab. Using the Emulation drop-down, scroll up to select ANSI. Then click on the ASCII Setup button. When the ASCII setup window opens, click on Echo typed characters locally so that a checkmark will appear. Press the OK button in the ASCII setup window and then the OK button in the COM properties window. You will return to the communications window. To connect to the controller, press the call button at the top of the screen, illustrated by a telephone with the receiver hung up. You should notice at the lower left corner of the windows that your status is connected and the timer is counting and that your emulation is set for ANSI and the correct baud rate setting are shown. When you press the Enter key on your laptop, a heart-shaped icon should appear on the screen. This signifies you are communicating with the controller. You can then type in an appropriate TLS350 command and the controller should respond. An example, typing a Control A, uppercase I, 20100 will provide you with the current tank inventory. When done, you can disconnect and exit the program. You will be prompted to save your current settings. This is useful if the need for Hyperterminal is required again. Using PuTTY is a little simpler on the setup. When the PuTTY configuration window opens, you need to select Serial as the connection type. In the serial line box, you will type in the COM port of your adapter, as well as the baud rate in the speed box. You can either open the communications window or save your settings for future use. Type in a name in the Saved Sessions box and press the Save button. When you run PuTTY again, select your saved file and press the Load button. Press the Open button to start the communications window. PuTTY by default will not echo back the typed characters. At the green cursor, type in a TLS350 command and the controller will respond. An example, typing a Control A, uppercase I, 20100 will provide you with the current tank inventory. This completes the presentation on communicating to Proteus controllers using Hyperterminal or PuTTY software.